Ice cream, Turkish ice cream, grab it if you can. Oh, come on, hold it.
I can finish that.
Not now, on Christmas. It's a joke, don't exceed it. Come on, grab it. Oh. Hurry up, I'm busy. Come on, grab the ice cream.
안녕하세요 from Myeongdong here in Seoul. This is a really cool area. This area's got a ton of little food stalls, shops. I mean, it's so vibrant. It's around 9 o'clock at night right now on a Monday, and it's still so vibrant. This is literally a Korean night market. And of course, if there's a night market, there's gotta be night market food.
This woman is roasting ginkgo nuts, which is really interesting because I remember seeing these in college in the original form. They would fall from a tree that we call poop tree because it would stink so bad. I never had these nuts before. I'm always curious what they taste like.
It's almost like a little grape. It tastes kind of like corn, like a massive corn kernel. It's a little bitter. Doesn't smell like poop anymore. I don't know how I feel about these. And they taste so good, but I don't think I can eat too much of them.
This is kind of like those stalls you see in Taiwan where they cook the steaks and blow torches, but here they saute in some kind of sauce over bean sprouts.
Oh, 감사합니다. Look at this. You know what that smells like? That's Worcestershire sauce. Let's try this. That's awesome. Oh, the bean sprouts are a great idea. Nice crunch with the tenderness of the beef. There's some pepper on top. A little bit of herbs. It's almost like a pepper crusted mini steak. I mean, it wasn't cheap. This is 6,000 won. The ginkgo nuts was 5,000 won. I would definitely spend an extra buck and get this. But this thing is a freshly made mochi. And what's inside of this interesting looking little character here is a fresh strawberry. That's crazy. Well, look at this. All right, this is adorable. It's like a bunny, like an upset bunny. Here it is. Here's the mochi. Take a look. It's shaped, of course, like the strawberry. You can see the little strawberry sticking out here. Sorry, it's sticking all over my mouth. That's good. Oh, that's really nice strawberry. Nice and fresh. The mochi, I think, has red bean inside. Wow, it's really fresh. I never had a fresh food inside of mochi before, but this thing, wow, this is awesome. Because the mochi is really sweet. The texture is very sticky. So the strawberry inside gives a nice juice, nice crunch. That's really good. Only $2.50. I think it's worth it. These are spicy gobi meatballs. I mean, they're heavy. Wow. I think it's really heavy. I'm surprised the stick can support this thing. That's spicy. Whoa. You definitely need more of this white sauce. That thing, oh man. This thing just jumped off the stick and roundhoused me in the face. I didn't think this was that good when I took the first bite. But the more you chew it, the more this flavor comes out and the spiciness of this thing comes out. That is really spicy. I don't think most people can really take this. I mean, I can take it, I like it, but I can tell for most people, this is a little too much. Also, I was kind of expecting something that was all meat. It's not. It's mixed with rice cakes. That's why the texture is so chewy. Wow, I'm about to breathe fire right now. I can literally breathe on something and that thing will light up. I'll show you guys what's on the inside. There's pork, and you can see the chili peppers on the inside. I don't think these are simple jalapenos. These are really spicy peppers. I'm always able to find some sort of cheese products in these night markets, and this is grilled halloumi cheese with rice cakes and condensed milk. It's like I'm eating fried cheese with rice cakes with condensed milk on top. Now I know this is really bad for me. Wow. Tastes really good. The cheese is salty with a crispy shell. Mixes really well with the sweet condensed milk. The rice cake, I don't even usually like rice cake. Oh my God, I guarantee you, this is so bad for you. I can feel this thing sitting in my stomach and taking up residency probably for the next 10 years. But I can't put it down, it's so delicious. I feel like I'm committing some sort of crime eating here. I just wanna like, go somewhere and hide my face because this tastes so good and it's so simply bad. I don't know what to do. It has some kind of weird control over me. I don't like it, I feel weak. Whatever, I'm on vacation.
This is one of the most famous tea shops in Seoul. green tea shops. Everything is about green tea. I'm gonna go buy some gifts for friends and then buy some tea for myself. This is a green tea cheese tiramisu. It is made from cloud. That thing is amazing.
This is cold drip tea. I've heard of cold drip coffee, never cold drip tea, but this thing is awesome. It's like drinking holy tea elixir. It's probably one of the most refreshing, tasty teas I've ever had. Like just a small sip. That awesome green tea flavor just goes everywhere. I've been eyeing this baby since I walked into this area. I gotta have one. It looks like a pizza bowl kind of thing. It has a whole egg on top and a pastry on the bottom. And this thing is hefty. It's very dense. It's not light. If I throw this and hit someone, it's gonna cause some injuries. It smells like a sweet cake on the bottom, and the egg on top smells like it has a sugar glaze on it. Kind of looks like Humpty Dumpty. Now we know what happened after he fell off the wall. Oh, it's good. So this bottom, it's like a little sweet cake. This egg on top has a sugar glaze on it, so it's a little sweet, but the egg itself is a bit salty. So when you take a bite, sweet on top, sweet on bottom, a little salty in the middle, and this egg is cooked to the point where the middle is so tender, but the top has a little charred skin. I really love the yolk. This yolk has some texture to it. It's really awesome. It's kind of like eating a very flavorful, perfectly cooked fried egg on top of cornbread. Wow, this is awesome. This is definitely a must try if you ever come here. This might be one of the best things I got tonight. Salty egg yolk. I love salty egg yolk. So this is really cool. I see this a lot in the US. They toast a waffle into the shape of a fish and they have fillings on the inside. This is a very Korean thing. Check it out, here's my fish. And I've never seen this before. They put an ice cream, scoop of ice cream inside the fish's mouth and a honeycomb on top. So this thing's got what looks like vanilla ice cream, matcha powder, and honey. Try this. That's really sweet. Wow. That's really sweet. I want to take a bite of the fish itself, so I'm gonna have to kind of make out with this fish a little bit. Excuse me. You gotta take a bite with the waffle, otherwise I feel like it's gonna be too sweet. The waffle itself, it's not that sweet. Personally, I think the honeycomb's sort of an overkill. That's really sweet. I mean, the waffle is nice and toasty and crispy. The rest, especially this honeycomb thing, overly sweet. This looks really interesting. I saw this on Facebook where someone was making these really quick. This is a thin pancake with lettuce and what looks like really thin brisket on the inside and an egg on top. And on top they have these really thin, what looks like onion skins, but they're actually fish. This is fish. That's crazy. Whoa. So this whole thing looks really interesting. I'm pretty sure this is a Japanese dish. I don't think this is a Korean dish, but you know what? I'm gonna try this. This barbecue sauce that they put on this, the pancake on the bottom, it looked pretty crispy, but it's a little soggy. This is not bad. I think my favorite part about this is the eggs. I'm gonna try a piece with the egg yolk. Yeah, the best part about this is definitely the eggs. Cooked perfectly, so tender. The pancake itself, it's a little soggy, and it's not as thin as it seems. And the thin little layer of brisket they put in here, I can't really even find it. So that doesn't really play a big role in this dish. You know what does matter? Is the fish skin on top, because this dish does lack a little texture. Without the thin layers of fish on top, it's just soggy. It's just kind of chewy and soggy and overly sweet. But with it on top, it gives it a little chew. It's definitely not what I expected. I didn't think they add actual barbecue sauce in this. To me, it doesn't taste bad, but it's a little overly sweet. And I feel like this would be better if it had more meat. But then I'm a meat guy, so here's the brisket. I found a piece of the brisket. I can't really taste it. It really kind of just dissolves with the other ingredients. The only thing I can really taste, like I said, is these little fish jerky things on top. Again, it's not bad, also doesn't stand out. Well, that wraps up my little tour of Myeongdong. Like I said, it's a night market. It's got fun little food stalls, it's got merchants, it's got cool little stores all along the way. I loved it. This was really awesome. It's a nice, cool night, Perfect night for a nice stroll. And I love taking a stroll in areas, and there's nothing better, at least for me, taking a nice leisurely stroll around a bunch of food stalls. And that's really the best way to eat because you get to exercise and eat at the same time. And at the end of the night, it cancels each other out. Then you can just go back to your hotel and go to bed. Okay, you can't really do that. But I'm stuffed, and that was a really awesome experience. So if you guys are ever in Seoul, definitely check this area out. Make sure you bring cash. Thanks for watching, everybody.